Hey, what's up everyone?
マトカが参ります。ご注意ください。
So there's really no theme for this video. The only reason why I'm making this video is because ta-da! I made my own green screen. And no, I don't know how to use a green screen. I just figured out how to use the green screen option in Final Cut Pro. Also, I found out about transitions. I didn't even know there was transitions, but then it kind of makes it look like a PowerPoint slide, and that's not the kind of content I'm all bringing to you. Like, I don't want it to look like I'm still in high school or college trying to bring out a presentation like that. Like, I don't know, it kind of just gives it a weird vibe. But maybe I'll just add one like right now so you can see. Transition. Yeah, look, I made my own green screen. So if we zoom out, let's just do that really quick. As you can see, it's like not very big, obviously. It just goes to like here and to here. But the covering that I usually have for my Japanese lessons, I ended up just covering that with a green sheet. And I don't know, it looks okay. I'm a little worried because I don't know if you can tell on camera. Maybe you can. Oh, you kind of can if I like move. If I'm in it, then it's okay. But there's like wrinkles and shit like that, so I don't know if that's gonna like come onto the green screen or whatever I do. But I was just like, I needed some way to test this out, so I'm making this video, and it'll probably just be like, how to use a green screen. But you're not gonna learn anything from this because I don't even know how to use a green screen. I'm just trying stuff out. So cause like the lighting, like look how much freaking shadow there is. I don't know if that affects it or not. Like it looks like I have like a ghosty aura around me. And now I'm just looking in the viewfinder the whole time because I'm trying to figure out what's good and what's not. But I thought I'd just like make a video and try to do like transitions using the green screen, or just like putting stuff in the background while I talk about, I don't even know what I'm gonna talk about because I really don't have a plan for this video. I'm just doing it for the green screen, y'all. Like that's all this really is. You know, there might be like bits of entertainment value as I try to learn how to do this via trial and error, because that's basically how I've learned how to do all editing and anything that has to do with filming and stuff like that. I don't know what I'm doing half the time, so it's good to like just do it and figure it out along the way. But I thought I'd just like talk a little bit about my quarantine experience, I guess, and the things that I've noticed, because I've had a lot of time to think when I'm not editing or doing any like busy work or stuff like that. If the green screen doesn't work, you won't see any change in the background, just saying. So I know you're all hopeful from like this point on in the video that you'll see some like pretty intense stuff in the back, but that might not be a thing. Like, I'm just saying, I still don't know what I'm doing. So, or maybe it will be a thing, but then like just like the shadow areas won't trace. I don't know how it works, guys. Just as a disclaimer, I wanted to use the green screen when I'm doing interactive practices for my Japanese lessons. If you haven't watched my Japanese lesson series, go check that out. Link in the description for that playlist. Just another self-promotion because I'm really bad at self-promotion, sorry. Because if I like can change the background, then I can like put it into different settings and stuff like that, and I think that would be really cool as like interactive practice when you're having like conversations in Japanese. Then we could put like a background of like the Japanese like bamboo or something, and then whoa, it automatically turns into very like ethnic Japanese, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, let's just talk about quarantine. How are y'all doing? I'm doing okay. I don't watch the news and stuff anymore, honestly, just because they're just like, oh, we're gonna extend it some more, and people are talking about being sick, and like we have this many people or not that many people, or it's an overestimate, it's an underestimate. There's just so much different news, and all of it, whether it's good or bad, still just a little depressing, so I kind of stay away from that just for overall mental health. I think that's better. It's good to be informed for sure, so I'll read like titles and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna like go deep into the article or the video saying like, oh, give me all the analytics and the details and stuff like that, because some of it is just a little too much for the moment that we are still in quarantine and whatnot. I was thinking though, it's like so strange, just this whole experience, because I've never lived through anything where, you know, we've had to quarantine ourselves, can't leave our houses and stuff like that in my lifetime. I wouldn't say I have a whole lot of lifetime experience to draw upon for that, but I think even a lot of people who've lived most of their life, I don't think anyone's really had this kind of experience, so it's still new for everyone, and we're kind of like getting through it all together. One thing I can say is I think a lot of us are in the same position. Like after this, we're either starting out from like square zero, or we're starting like jobs or our focuses and stuff again, but at a like very lower level that we were before, just because we need to like work our way up from all of this happening. So it sucks for everyone, yes, but it's also a little comforting in the way that, you know, you're not alone anymore. Like we're all kind of on the same playing field, and that is a good idea for some people, and some people hate that as well. They want to be on the top and stuff like that. Just, you know, work hard so you can make your way to the top again. I don't know. I think it's somewhat comforting, so I just want to put that out there. But I was also thinking this is a very optimal time for people who are like cats. Because if you think about it, we're all like cats right now. Cats aren't able to go outside. If you do let your cat outside, good for you, I guess. I feel like most people don't let their cats outside because they're gonna get hit by a car, they're gonna get ate by a raccoon or a coyote or something like that. So a lot of cats are indoors. I used to work for the Humane Society for a little while, and all of our cats had to be indoor cats. You couldn't like have it like, oh, you can let them out and roam and stuff like that. They all had to be indoor cats. In that sense, I feel like we're all like cats right now. It really separates like the cat people from the dog people, because I feel like dog people are much more social and stuff like that. Cat people are on the more independent side, because you can leave your cat at home, or like, you know, your cat kind of does his or her own thing, whereas dog people, like, they need constant attention and all that kind of stuff. So in the end, we're all just cats, and some people are better at being cats and some people are worse at being cats. Like I find that I am pretty good at being a cat. Like I don't mind being at home and all this kind of stuff. I do wish that I could go out and like go get tea and stuff like that, which, you know, they're still open, but I just feel like as a safety precaution to everyone, I just should not go out, and I'm sticking with that until quarantine is over, more or less. However, there are times when I do really want to go out. I see people posting about like, you know, they were gonna go Coachella, they were gonna go EDC, they were gonna get lit, party it up, all that kind of stuff, because all that happens between April, May, June and stuff, and now it's postponed until whenever, like the fall for now, but that could even be postponed longer. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, because everyone's complaining that they can't go to their concerts or their raves or parties and stuff like that. It makes me also feel like I want to go party and rave and do all that kind of stuff, and yet I've never been that much of a person to do that. Mainly because I don't want to spend the money, but also like crowds aren't necessarily my favorite thing, and people in general, I just don't like them. But seeing all of this, like, oh, you know, Coachella, I miss it, Burning Man, oh no, it makes me want to be like, well, I must be missing something because all these people, like, I'm FOMOing for the main fact that everyone else is not able to do it as well. And it's like opposite FOMO, because I should be in the majority now because I'm not doing it. No one else can do it either, so we're all in this group together just not doing it. And yet now I feel like FOMO for not being able to do it even though I don't want to do it. That's where we at right now. Because America is built on freedom, and I want the freedom to be able to choose to not do what other people want to do that I might feel like I want to do, but when it actually happens, I know that I'm not gonna do it. But if I don't get that choice to not do it in the first place, then I feel like a freedom is being taken away from me, and that's not okay. That's not the values that America was built upon. So there's that. I'm feeling, you know, just wanting to go out and do things that I wouldn't normally want to do because I don't have the choice to go out and do them right now because we're in crisis. And yes, that is a bunch of complaining. I should be very thankful that I am home, and I am very thankful that I'm home and safe and all that kind of stuff. But when you do have a lot of time to think about that kind of stuff, then you think about it. And that's the conclusion that I've come upon so far. So please don't hate me for it, but that is reality. And it also extends to a lot of people are doing the video chatting people, or just we're communicating a lot more via online sources. You know, FaceTime and Skype and WhatsApp and what's the one that everyone uses right now? Zoom. Everyone uses Zoom. I have yet to learn how to actually use Zoom or use it at all. And I think the thing is, there is some kind of like almost gag reflex where I don't want to use video chat. I just don't like it. I don't understand why I don't like it. But even before all this happened, like I would have like a meeting at work and I need to Skype in or something like that. I don't want to turn my camera on. It's fine if I just don't have any involvement at all. I don't understand what the point is, to be honest. Like, seeing me is not going to make our conversation any better, to be honest. Unless it's, you know, a YouTube platform or something where like, you know, you need visuals and stuff like that, then I think it's okay. Like if I'm trying to find like the pair of glasses that looks the best, so then I have to FaceTime my friend, that's okay. I don't know, I get a little self-conscious because I'm like, well, what if I like accidentally like pick a burger out, or like that's probably the worst thing. Well, yeah, what if I puke, unanticipated vomiting, and I just like projectile while people are like, that's a meme right there. And I don't want to be the center of a meme because of Zoom, because of Skype, because of something like that. That's not okay. And then I see y'all, like, it could either be like rave groups or birthdays or just like some kind of party or something like that, but there's, you know, 20, 30, 40 people on Zoom all at the same time. But what, I don't understand the point. I don't get it. Like obviously from the previous talks that we've had in this video so far, you know that I'm not on the extremely extroverted side. So maybe the platform or that kind of setup is for those people who are super extroverted and stuff like that. But when you got like 40 people in a chat, aren't you all like either talking all over yourself or no one's talking at all? Or like, I don't get what the point is. Like, I guess it's to feel like you're all together in a certain way. And that's where my introvertedness just like shoots out, because I'm like, but I don't want to be in that kind of group. I don't want to be in that association where it's like, oh, I'm just like you're not even paying attention to each other anymore. It's just like your camera is on for the sake of other people, or for the sake of who, I don't even know. But like, why? Please leave a comment down below why. Like, I guess if it was my birthday was not during quarantine. Hopefully it won't be quarantine because it was at the beginning of this year, so I would have to wait another year, and quarantine goes a whole year. Even on my birthday this year, like, I could have met people. I didn't meet anyone. I didn't want to do anything. That's the thing. It's like, I just want to forget that happened. And live in eternal youth. Even though I'm not even old. But, is there anything else that I've noticed during this quarantine? I don't know. I understand it being difficult for sure. For not only for people staying at home, but for people who have to work as well. You're, you know, risking your health and everything as well. And I do hope that you are being safe and okay and not super overworked, even though that doesn't seem the case from what I see and read in the news. It's just a tough position for everyone. I don't even know if I should talk about it. I guess I'll just lightly brush upon it for whoever is actually watching this video. I don't know, because you're probably like, where does the actual green screen tutorial come in? It's not coming in because I still don't know how to do it. It's a green screen. This is literally, this is your tutorial. Would you like to know how I hung it? I put sticky tape and I just taped it to a board, and now I'm sitting behind it, and that was how you do it. Like, just DM PewDiePie and ask him what he does, because he uses it a lot. So last thing I will briefly cover that's on my mind, because I guess we're just going through things on my mind now, is I think the whole thing where it's like everyone's comparing themselves to other nations on how they, you know, deal with the coronavirus situation, or blaming it on other people, blaming it on other nations, that kind of thing. I feel like that's so counterproductive in a way, because I think everyone's gonna deal with it differently. Some people have more resources than other people as well, so, but the whole point is, it doesn't really matter how people are dealing with it. Like, in the end, everyone's still in the same position, even if you're in a place where it's a lot better and you're recovering, or it's not as big of a deal. They're still advising to stay at home and that kind of thing, so we're all in the same boat. And that's why I just don't really understand people who are, you know, saying, oh, they're dealing with it so well, or oh, they're like, it's all their fault that this is happening, and that kind of stuff. I feel like that's super anti-productive, and there's always going to be problems in the world, but it just depends on the way you want to handle it. Like, you can take the one way, which is to blame someone else, but they're still your problem, so blaming someone else isn't gonna solve the issue. That's the thing. If you really want to like speed up the process or just like, you know, deal with it on your own terms, then you shouldn't blame it on other people. Like whether it did happen because of someone else, that's an entirely different thing on like what do we do from now on. And that was my TED Talks about Corona. I don't know. Yeah, wise words, maybe not wise, but they were words. So take that and you can either put it in your heart or poop it out your butt. And that is all I have to say. That's about it because I still need to edit it and figure out how to green screen. If there's anything that I learned within this process, I'll leave it in the description below. How to green screen. Great content. Woo. That's it. Bye.